Welcome to Just Daphne. If this is your first time here, I'm Daphne. And today's episode is really special to me because I'm introducing my new book, Midnight Train to God. Listen, it's like fire in my bones. I couldn't even hold it in. This episode is for two kinds of people. Those who are thinking about following Christ and those who already follow him but still feel like they're figuring it out. So wherever you are on your journey, guess what? You belong here with me. When I think back to the moment God really called me, I was a hot mess. Not the cute Instagram testimony where I add extra stuff and I'm crying, and not to say I'm not judging, that's just not me. I was the kind of mess, real life, confusing, emotionally tangled, spiritually dirty mess. But even in that state, I knew something. I knew I needed a relationship with God, not just religion, not a routine, not church once a week, not a title, a relationship. I still wanted to be my authentic self. I wasn't trying to become someone else overnight, but I also knew I was unclean. My mindset was off, my choices were off, my discernment was off, and I needed God to clean me up in ways I know I couldn't clean myself. I wanted a new mindset. I wanted to really know the one who saved me. Thank you, Jesus. The one who left the 99 just to find me. That's why I wrote this book. Not to sound holy, not to sound healed, but to sound honest. Of course, without the curse words this time. There's this misconception that when you come into relationship with God, everything instantly gets easier. Butterflies, lilies, you don't have any problems. You have no desires. The temptations disappear and life is just so smooth. This has not been my experience. In fact, I'm really starting to believe that these trials, they increase when you choose God. Not because he's punishing you, but because now you're on the same team with God. And he has to make sure you're ready to walk in the purpose he's preparing for you. It's like being at a job. They got to make sure you're prepared to become a manager. Coming to God doesn't mean you arrive. It means you start. And here's the truth. We don't talk about this enough. I'm still a sinner. We all are. We live in the flesh. No human being walking this earth is perfect. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is progression. The moment you start feeling convicted about things that never bothered you before, that doesn't mean you failed. It means you're being sanctified. You're in process. You're learning to walk in his image, not them old patterns that no longer serve your purpose. This book is for the women who love God, but still struggle with desires. For the woman who believes, but still messes up. For the woman who is tired of pretending she has it all together. None of us have it all together despite the way we look. It's for the woman who wants God but doesn't want to lose herself. And for the woman who is realizing that some versions of herself need to be surrendered in order to grow. I wrote this book to say, you don't have to be perfect Patty to be chosen. You don't have to be polished to be called. You don't have to have it all figured out to follow Christ. God meets you where you are. but he loves you too much to leave you there. Come as you are. That does not mean your clothes, your spirit. Come as you are. I dedicated this book to my great-grandmother Lillian Johnson and my Aunt Carol. These were two women of God who walked in his image. No matter what was going on, they walked in his image. They weren't loud about it. They didn't perform it. They lived it. They were women, mothers, matriarchs. And when I say matriarch, this is how I define matriarch. It's a woman who leads with faith, wisdom, and consistency. A woman whose present anchors a family. A woman who walks with God. And they're not seasonal or performative, but steady and real. They raise children. Some of them may have raised grandchildren. They covered generations. They modeled what it looked like to love God without losing yourself. And that type of legacy matters to me. Y'all can keep everything else. Them two women, when I think back, I really love them women. I wish I would have spent more time with my Aunt Carol. She was just always so wise. Every time I seen her, she always had a smile on her face. And she was always the same, pleasant, personable, inviting. And my great-grandmother, oh my goodness. Oh, love. If you're listening to this and you feel like you're not ready, I want you to hear me clearly. You are ready enough. Stop saying you got to do all these things before you're ready. If you feel unclean, unsure, conflicted, or still tempted, you are not disqualified. You're human. God doesn't call the clean. He cleans the called. Y'all hear that? He cleans the called. Thank you for listening. Thank you in advance for supporting Midnight Train to God. It will be available on Amazon on February 10th on my great-grandmother's birthday. Bye for now.